Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. I'm sorry. I'm being unprofessional. I was chewing on food. AKA, by chewing on food, I was chewing on a fucking cookie. We are not doing any seated runs. No, we are not doing seated runs. Anyways, hope everyone's doing alright. Hope everyone's enjoying their day, going about their day all nice and lovely. Last episode, we had a horrible, not really horrible. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. It was an interesting run. I think it was very fun, for me personally. I thought it was a very fun run that had its whole intricacies, it had its ups and downs, it had its peak cinema moments, it had its, oh, we're so over, oh, we're so back. And honestly, at the end of the day, even though that run lost, it was a greedier mode run, even though it lost, I think it might be my most peak cinema like yet, you know? For the real Kino heads out there that watch Tony for the gameplay, it might have been the most exhilarating run of all time. But regardless, hope everyone's doing all right. I am recording this shortly after the last episode. Actually, truth be told, I just got off work and I had more I wanted to talk about. But honestly, a part of me kind of wants to elaborate a little bit more on the whole movies scenario, you know? I don't know. I'm just one guy complaining about stuff. I kind of realized not too long ago, but it's like, what makes my opinion so fucking valid, you know? What makes my opinion so different compared to like the 19,000 other, you know, individuals out there on the planet Earth? Don't worry, I don't think the population of Earth is 19,000. I just gave like a number, you know? I just gave like a fucking number. I don't actually, you know what I mean? I'm not, why am I trying to defend myself here? Like, what? Obviously you guys don't think I'm fucking stupid. I'd hope. But what I essentially mean is, I don't know what makes my opinion so different, what makes my opinion so special, you know? Maybe there is nothing special, nothing different about my opinions that makes me stand out compared to like your average fucking other individual fucking on Earth just making their own claims about, oh, I think this is this, I think this is that, this is, you know, shit like that. Nothing makes me different, and the fact that I acknowledge it doesn't make me necessarily any better either. I'm not worse off, I'm not better off for acknowledging that I'm not so different, you and I. But I think to me, the part that makes it kind of like not endearing or sweet or like gives me some sort of validity, but more so, you know, I'm just one guy saying shit that I think of. But that's kind of like, you know, that might be the beauty of it right there, is that I'm just one guy. You know, you guys get to hear some rando on the internet talk about shit, whether you agree with them or not. It's just me. You know, and honestly, a part of that, thinking about that makes me kind of like, damn, interesting, kind of cool, you know. Anyway, this is all to say, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. Half the time, you guys probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you know. But what I kind of wanted to elaborate on was last episode, ended the episode off talking about how there are like no more mid-budget like comedy movies, that kind of deal, you know, like your Superbad, your Hangover, shit like that, and had me thinking slightly, because don't worry, I do be thinking thoughts, you know. Every time I record, I got a million things running through my head at a second, you know. And honestly, the only thing that makes these recording a little different between each other is that I'm always just thinking, what should I elaborate on next, you know? That's kind of what makes it a little different, a little special, one might say. But I was thinking, and in my mind, I'm just kind of like, where is the secret room? That's not what I'm thinking in my mind. Hold on, I'm trying to find the secret room. So can't be right, can't be left, can't be, nope. It might be up there, but I doubt it. Nah, I don't think so. This is the more, like, this gives us potential. There you go. See, we got extra keys and shit out of that. But what I'm saying is, my bad. I'm over here fucking like thinking and like I'm chewing on another cookie. What I'm saying is, I got a million things running through my mind at a second. So I was elaborating on this. I was elaborating on it and I was thinking about it while I was literally speaking it into existence last episode. But it kind of seems like in general, besides mid-budget comedy movies and stuff like that, it feels like there's no more mid-budget movies in general. And I may be thinking, Tony, what is mid-budget, you know? What I'm meaning is like, you know, there are high-budget movies like the kind of either A, really notable actors, notable director, or just in general, it's from a franchise that, you know, everyone knows about or like has got like some licensing kind of deal. So Marvel movies, Star Wars movies, things like your Dune, and then, you know, you like fucking Scorsese films or shit like that, you know, like those are like, when I think of that, that's what I mean of like, it's a high budget movie. You got a whole bunch of people coming together to work to make a real piece of cinema, a real piece of art, one might say, you know, some real kino, if we're being honest here. And you also got, at least now what I notice, you also have a lot of low budget movies. Usually whenever we think low budget, I don't know why, for me, my mind always goes straight to horror. And whether that be because studios don't just either want to outright support horror by giving them a bigger budget, or they're just cheap to make. You know, one might say low budget horror movies are just real cheap to make, you know? Yeah, I'm not gonna go on like the psychology of scares or fear or something like that, but for me at least, I scare kind of easy, and it definitely doesn't take a whole bunch of crazy effects or anything to get me scared. What it takes to get me scared is you got to make me think, you know? Oh, how philosophical, Tony. Once you think you're scared, I see you're trapped in your own mind, having this crazy internal no, that's not what I mean by you got to make me think to get me scared. To get me scared, you got to make me think. What I mean is you got to make me doubt real life. You know, you got to make me kind of have these thoughts in my brain of, oh shit, things are kind of a little weird, or, you know, that shit is kind of freaky, or just make me think, huh? Yo, okay. If we're being honest, look, all right, Peak Cinema fans, enjoy. Peak Cinema fans in uproar right now at the absolute beauty of seeing D6 just randomly roll in our fucking room here. But we gotta be careful, we gotta be careful. See, that's good. You see, that's good. Like, we can't miss this. Hello, placenta is such a goated item. One, extra heart. Two, it has a chance to fucking heal us, which is amazing. So, but, okay. Isaac fans in shambles right now. I think usually you want to go Lilith. 90% of the time, you want to go Lilith, and you want to go Box of Friends over almost every single active item in the game, because it's just good. Box of Friends is just such a good active item. It one doubles all your freaking all your little buddies in the entire for the duration of the room you're in, which is really good depending on how many guys you have. You know, you could end up getting a shit ton of them, start stacking people there. But D6 has not just like straight off rip potential, you know. Rerolling items is such a fucking banger thing, but I mean, D6, dude, it's D6. It has so much killer potential for later in the run. I could reroll bad items into something amazing. It's like gambling. Who doesn't love gambling? Am I right, fellas? But, you know, I think I gotta make a tough decision here. And I'm gonna be honest. This is genuinely, this is one of those decisions that you gotta make it. You gotta sit with it. And I think at the end of the run, I'm gonna think to myself, I should have done the opposite, you know? If I take Box of Friends, by the time the run ends, I'm gonna be like, I should have taken D6. If I take D6, by the time the run ends, I'm gonna think, should have taken Box of Friends. There's no winners in this one. And that's honestly what makes it such a good thing, is that there's no winners here. It is how do I just want to play it today? You know, how am I gonna go for it today? I think we go D6. 4, we just have to go D6. It's just such a good item, you can't give it up. And the potential to roll greatness from it definitely makes it suitable, one might say. Honestly, with all these, kind of bad. I wanted to go in just to maybe, you know, I gambled. I went in to see, hey, let's see if there's actually anything good here. There fucking wasn't. I would maybe give up the heart for money equals power, but I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about that. I think I should keep my hearts. With how I've been playing recently, I need to keep as many hearts as I can. I've just been kind of doing real bad. And I think I've been doing real bad, not because I've been yapping a little more, but I don't know. I've just been low-key out of it or something. You feel me? I've just been kind of doing bad because I'm kind of mid, one might say. But, you know, anyways. In general, I feel like there's no more mid-budget movies, and horror movies doesn't take a lot to scare me personally. So you don't got to go crazy on the VFX or anything. You just got to get creative with the VFX. And some of my, you know, some of the scary movies I've seen, honestly, never mind. I'll just say some of the scariest movies I've seen have been like low budget horror movies, but I'm going to be real with you. I couldn't really name them off the dome piece just because I don't really know. I know for a fact what movies have a low budget. But like Paranormal Activity, that movie scared everyone and their mothers, you know? Everyone remembers that movie, right? Tell me people remember Paranormal Activity. But that movie started off with like a budget of like what, 15K? And it made like millions? Unironically, the budget of the first Paranormal Activity movie was like, you know, it's like that fucking the Luka Doncic trade, the Luka Doncic Mavericks trade. Luka Doncic traded for a fucking bag of potato chips. Like literally, that was Paranormal Activity's budget. Like their budget was a fucking like a can of Pringles, and they made millions back. You know, creative. They got creative with it. They scared people by, you know, having them think about ghosts and shit. Not just thinking about ghosts, but you know. Like I said, they got creative. Oh. Ooh. God damn. I'm sorry if you heard me do that. Okay, see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. I'm not regretting taking D6 because in my heart of hearts, I'm thinking we can make some good shit happen with D6. But I mean, having 2 dead babies in a room would be great. Because the fly generation is just kind of crazy goated. You feel me? We have to buy this. Okay. So it wasn't down. Does that mean it's up? Question mark? I don't know why I thought I was gonna be there. I'm so stupid, man. God, I'm so dumb. Whatever. Tony being a bozo aside. Oh, it's so over. Oh my goodness. I genuinely thought I was cooked. I don't know why. Like, I thought I was gonna have to get ready to start, you know, making prayers for my family and shit. But Paranormal Activity is the one, like, super duper low budget movie that comes to mind immediately. But, like, what are some other movies? Honestly, some of my favorite horror movies, the original Saw. That movie scares the shit out of me. That entire franchise absolutely terrifies me. Don't even get me started on it. I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. The original Saw movie, or it was Saw 2. I'm gonna tell you a little story. So for some reason, my brother, not for some reason my brother, because it makes it sound like my brother's a fucking psychopath here. So I remember one day, this was years back. I was like fucking, I still used to live over there. So what, how old was I? I want to say I was like 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old around. I vividly remember this because I remember seeing this movie and being like, I don't know if I should be watching this. This is kind of crazy. But in case you think you might thinking, Tony, what the fuck are you talking about? So this was back in when I was 4 years old. So that's like what, 2005? Back in the year of 2005, we didn't have things like streaming services or you know, just Netflix, or maybe Netflix still existed and it was still like mailing out DVDs and shit. But streaming wasn't a thing. Early stages of the internet, so you couldn't like go on your PC to just like, you know, like maybe to like burn a CD or something. But this is what I'm talking about, CDs. Pretty much you just fucking, everyone owned all their media, and my aunt specifically, she used to own a shit ton of movies. Like, I'm talking an absolute metric shit ton of movies. She was an avid movie enjoyer. She used to watch all the classics, and she bought the movie Saw, specifically Saw 2, and she had it like in her little mantle tray, where like she held all her CDs. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? I took damage there. That was so bad. So she had it on her like little mantle thing with like all the CDs being held and shit like that. And one day, me and my brother went over to our grandma's house, because that's where our aunt was, and we decided, hey, my brother specifically was like, hey, can I borrow this movie? And she was like, yeah, sure. You know, our brother was like, what? If I was 4, he was like 15, 16 around that time. Bro was, you know, bro was trying to see a horror movie, because usually when you get to that age, or at least that's how it used to be, right? I don't know how it used to be. I'm a youngin', one might say. But from what I know, all right, I'm going off some elite levels of ball knowledge here. Wow. I wish I had a bomb, one might say. In Isaac. I gotta specify for the government listening on these videos. I wish I had a bomb in the Binding of Isaac. Repentance beta. But my brother was like, hey, can I borrow this movie? And she was like, yeah, go ahead, you know? So he fucking grabbed the movie, took it home, and I remember sitting in the living room with my brother while my parents were asleep, sitting in the living room with my brother, and he put the movie on. And I don't know why my brother wasn't like, or maybe he was and I just didn't listen, but I don't know why he wasn't like, Tony, you should not be watching this, you know? But I remember sitting in the living room with my brother watching like the intro to Saw 2, where the guy has like that fucking Venus flytrap shit on his head, and he's like, you gotta cut into your eye and get out a key in order to release yourself from this fucking flytrap before it just clamps down on your skull. And I just remember watching that and kind of being like, interesting, this is kind of crazy, you know? In my mind, like obviously I wasn't saying interesting, but I was like, just watching this kind of like dumb. I wasn't crying or anything, you know? But I was kind of watching and just being like weird. And then, ooh, Binky's so goated. You know what sucks, dude? I should have grabbed Box of Friends. I have not re-rolled anything. I haven't re-rolled the shit with D6, bro. It's so smover. Oh my god. Have mercy on my soul. Okay, but you know, I just remember watching the movie and I was like, interesting, you know, what the hell am I watching? I don't really know what the hell I'm watching. I just remember seeing these close-ups of like this guy's eye and he has to cut into it and shit. And you know, I remember he fails to cut into it, so he gets fucking Venus flytrapped and his head gets crushed between spikes. And I just remember being like, you know, that's kind of where I think that's where I stopped watching, because my brother like just put me to bed or some shit. But I remember that night sleeping with my parents specifically, and I wasn't crying having nightmares, but I just remember like sleeping with my parents and just kind of being like I could see him, you know, in some kind of weird crazy way. I could like see the guy. He haunted me, one might say. And Anti-grav is interesting. I don't think it's bad. I'm gonna be, you guys might, you know, might think I'm crazy here. I don't think anti-grav is bad. It's interesting. It's intriguing, one might say. Here, we push this down here on the somehow super duper rare off chance this is where the secret room is. Hey, not bad. Sorry, I'm chewing on a cookie again. I don't want you guys to hear me chewing the cookie. This is not an ASMR channel, bro. You know, this is a channel of a guy playing The Binding of fucking Isaac. I'm not doing no ASMR crazy shit or whatever. But you know, anyways, I just remember like this guy haunting in my nightmares, seeing this dude with like this Venus fucking flytrap on his head or whatever, and I'm just thinking in my mind like, damn, I shouldn't have seen that. Oh come on, are you for real, bro? Blackheart is so good, but we physically can't reach it. We need flight, like Hanged Man, or just in general flight. I would take that. That would be great. Game, appreciate it. But I just remember seeing it, and I was just like, you know, interesting. Maybe I shouldn't watch this. And now I look back on it. Now I look back on it as like, I definitely should not have watched that shit. I was way too young. One, but also kind of like that like it stuck with me, you know. So it stuck with me. And then I remember growing up having like an innate fear kind of the Saw franchise, because like I just remember it being gross and kind of scary. And then, you know, to go even further beyond, it was a few years later, once again, funny enough, another not traumatic experience, but a scarring experience takes place at my fucking at my grandma's house, because my brother decides to have me watch something from Saw. But we like, I don't know why either. I forgot what channel it is, but I remember there used to be a channel on cable that would just have like some crazy ass movies. But it was a Sci-Fi channel or some shit, whatever. All I know is that they were playing like Saw 3 on the channel, and I just remember in my mind kind of being like, what the hell, why are they doing this? And my brother like put it on to watch, and I like just remember watching it. It was, oh my god, I know the exact scene too, because this is just torture. How did those movies get made, you know? I will say, you guys might think I'm crazy for this one, you know? I know I always be saying that, oh, you guys think I'm crazy for this, think I'm crazy for this, but I'm being so genuine. I don't know what it was, but the fact that Saw like scarred me as a kid got me low-key kind of intrigued in the series. And even though I'm gonna be real with you, I like hate watching it, because the shit they be doing in there is just like, sometimes for me it's too much. I hate watching it, but a part of me is kind of just like, you know, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. It's like a morbid curiosity in me. But a part of me, like, is super interested in it. In Saw. Oh my god, hello? We got Dark Bum from getting hit too much. Can be in conception, one might say. But a part of me is like super weirdly interested in Saw in a way that I honestly, if I found out about as a kid, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, to myself. But regardless, you know, demeaning myself aside, I watched Saw 3 with my brother, like a part of Saw 3. It was the end, near the end, where they got bro strung up on the rack, which was a device that literally just twisted every limb in your body until it finally reached your head and just killed you. And I remember watching it and just being traumatized, because I'm just like, one, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, how the hell is this allowed on TV? Like, bro is literally getting each of his limbs twisted the complete other way until they fucking snap. And you can like see like, it's just like, oh my god, what is it? What is this? What am I watching? For one, oh my god. Meiosis or whatever, mitosich. it paid off in that it carried that one inaccessible black heart that we got earlier. Son of a bitch. Yo, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Before, I used to think I was just bad at Isaac. Like, I've kind of gotten in my own headspace that maybe I'm just low-key kind of bad at Isaac. Some of these rooms have been real fucking bullshit, you know? Not to curse, not to get super cursed, but like, some of these rooms don't make any goddamn sense whatsoever. What the hell was that last room we were in? Not the room just now, but like, you know, that one over there to the right. What the hell was that, bro? The tongue spiders that can freaking creep you, and plus like limited access to the floor, plus all those like was like 4 mini angels. Like, bro, huh? Hello? This should be fucking illegal. Also, what's up with my tears knocking back people, man? I feel like that's not the first time I've had a tear knock back the enemy brimstone guy to fucking hit me. Yo, I can't do this. I can't do this, man. Hello? I can't keep defending this game. I can't keep defending this game. What the fuck are they doing to me? Like, you see it, right? You see it? You actively see the gears turning to feed Tony the worst possible room in Isaac history? Oh my god. Here we go again. But you know, I just remember being like, dude, what, like, how is this allowed on TV? Because like this, in my mind, I was like, this is kind of fucking graphic, one. But also like, I hate these movies. These movies suck. What the hell? You know, I was traumatized. I started crying. I dead ass started crying. Me and my brother had to leave. Because we were just like it wasn't like we were doing anything crazy. We were just like literally just hanging out at my grandma's place. Oh my god, honestly, not even really bad. 2 just complete dog shit tier level items. Those items just straight fucking suck buns. Okay, perfect. That's how we dispatch them. Dispatch them one by one, kill everything. I know the devil card might have been a little overkill, but I had to make sure I didn't die. Had to make sure I... Just slime me out. Just slime me out, gang. The best thing I could ask for here is the heart, but I doubt you're gonna give it to me. Oh my god, he gave it to me. Holy shit. Sorry. I got a little excited. You know, I'm just like, dude, fuck. How was I able to watch that as a kid, you know? And you know, there's something crazy about it. Because not to sound like a weird guy or like be some kind of edgelord, but like, you know, one of the first fucking games I remember playing as a kid was like Mortal Kombat. I remember like hitting fatalities on people and shit. Because and in my mind I was like, this is cool, you know? I played Call of Duty Zombies as like a fucking, how old was I? 2008? I played Call of Duty Zombies as like a 7-year-old, and it's not like I had nightmares or anything, you know? I was like, this is kind of spooky, but like this is kind of really cool. I want to play more. You know, that was my thought process. But for some reason, when it came to Saw, maybe just because like Saw was like so kind of like gross with it, you know, visceral, so kind of real with it, low key, because like Mortal Kombat and all that shit, like those are just video games, but like Saw's like you get to see that shit happen to like real ass people, you know. Maybe because it was Saw and that maybe because it was like live action. In my mind, I was just like, this is fucking vile. I can't handle it. But I am morbidly curious about the Saw franchise, and I'm gonna be honest. I have seen like the dead meat, the kill count for those movies more times than I would care to admit. Like honestly, a lot more times than I would care to admit. But regardless, I don't know what it is with me in that fucking series, man. It's just like a morbid curiosity. It's like I hate it because it's gross and weird and like ew when I think about it. But also part of me is like they low-key got so crazy with the story, like I kind of wish I watched, you know? I wish I was there for the ride just to see how shit got to be this crazy, you feel me? But anyways, you know, I watched it and I was just like, I can't do this. I cannot physically do this, bro. So I just remember crying. We got out of there and just thinking in my mind, like, how the hell do people watch this? And honestly, now, even, I'm gonna say it, even now, yeah, because the Trail of Slow, I think, is a very good thing. We just gotta reroll Mom's pad, because one, that item is just really fucking gross, and two, it also fucking sucks. But I just, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is with that movie. Oh, I don't know what the hell I tried to touch that door. I don't know what it is with that movie series, man, but it's like, it has like an allure to it, you know? Maybe because it's traumatized me so much growing up. It has like this allure that I can't escape. But like, from the first Saw, I don't even watch them, you know? The only Saw movies that I've ever seen fully is like the first Saw, because I'm gonna be honest, that one is like, it's before they got super into like actually being like, oh my god, this is like vile to watch, in my opinion, you know? I've seen the first Saw. I've seen the intro to the second Saw. I've seen the fucking ending to Saw 3 where guy gets his like shit twisted around. I have seen a clip of the end of Saw 5 where like that one girl and that one guy, oh great world scripter Tony, have to like literally, you know, kind of cut their arms or whatever. And it's just like, wow, this is insanity, bro. Like, I'm just thinking each time I think about it, like, how the fuck do people watch this shit? One. But then a part of me is also kind of like, yeah, but the story slash like what it turned into, you know? It's like this weird cop drama kind of shit. It's interesting, bro. It's interesting. It's honestly, it baffles me. I gotta slime myself out, right? How many times first off, how many times have they given me this specific enemy? This stupid jump around motherfucker, bro. They suck. One. And two, I don't even got a two. They just suck. Let's see what we can reroll here. We need damage. Honestly, how the fuck are we living rocking one damage up this entire run? Because we got a lot of health ups, that's how. How many health ups are going in? Stem cells, 1. Heart, 2. Binky, I guess kind of a 3. Those are tears up. Crackjacks, actual real 3. Supper, 4. Placenta, 5. Stigmata, 6. We've had 6 health ups this entire run. Only 2 tears ups. And one of our damage ups came from the fact that Stigmata gives a damage too, but it's not even that much damage. It's like, it's not, to be real, it's not even that good. So honestly, we're kind of running on E here. I would prefer some actual real useful shit, low key, but chance of that happening close to 0 if we're gonna be real here. But you know, okay, we can actually come in here and see what we got. Okay, you guys are gonna think me crazy, but I have to. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had how many health ups? We had like 5 health ups, we said? Some shit. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 6 health ups. I needed to pop 4 of them. I needed to pop 4 of them because, and I have a good reason, having an extra familiar from this guy is just goated. You know? This dude is kind of goated with the sauce. The thing that oh my god, the bloat. Oh my god, the bloat. What's the point of living anymore? I'm telling you. You guys see this? This game is out to get me. It's giving me the fucking bloat as a boss, bro. Okay, thank god. See, look at that, bro. He carried him. Carried by himself, man. I didn't even need to do anything. 2 clubs. Yeah, why not pop 2 clubs? I don't see any reason not to. And honestly, let's just fight Mom. But dude, I'm just, you know, I've seen the first Saw movie, and that's definitely 1, low budget, and 2, my opinion, actually really good. But that's what I mean when I think of like low budget movies. I'm thinking of like the movies that were made like with absolute no money. It was just some dudes had an idea of they wanted to make a scary movie and they made it. But, you know, then you got your mid-budget movies, you know, just in general, mid-budget movies. What do we mean? I'm talking like, you know, like a fucking Grown Ups or some shit. Okay. Where have we gone? We have taken the negative route, and then I think we died in the dark room. So we need to go to the dark room, one. But also, like, what else do we have? What else do we have / what do we need for Lilith? This sucks. Succubus from Lamb. Yeah, we gotta take it. We gotta take it. Also, it's a damage up. Oh my god, too spooky. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like, you're giving me such bottom of the barrel dog shit items, bro. How am I supposed to make a living with this? This is just bad. That's just a bad item. The runs are giving me A, bad items, and B, they're freaking... Oh my god, did I hit the snip key on my fucking computer? What the hell happened? Why did it look like that? Anyways, you know, just... anyways. I'm talking about, like, you know, a movie like fucking Grown Ups or something, you know? And yes, I do enjoy Grown Ups, you know? So I've heard many complaints about a lot of movies, especially God knows how many times people have shit on Adam Sandler movies. And I'm not here to be the world's #1 Adam Sandler defender. I'm not like, oh, how dare you slander my goat. I kind of understand, you know, sometimes bro's not necessarily made some of the greatest cinema known to man. Jack and Jill is a movie that exists, but I like Grown Ups. I think it's a fucking fun movie. You know, movies can be fun too, by the way. Just fucking saying that, throwing that out there. Although you probably don't need me to tell you that. You know, you guys probably, I would hope, probably already know. Nope. There we go. But, you know, movies like fucking Grown Ups. I don't know why this movie came to mind. The Other Guys. The Other Guys is hilarious. I'm pretty sure it's a fucking mid-budget comedy. Step Brothers, you know? And before someone's like, Tony, Step Brothers cost $3 billion to make. I'm just like, all right, well, I was wrong. You know, my apologies. But, you know, movies like that, like, movies like that just don't exist anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if there's like some kind of fucking all-out war against those kind of movies, or maybe movie studios just don't want to fund them anymore, you know? They're like, why would we give money to this when we can just make another Jurassic World, on like our 5th Jurassic World, and just, you know, get our money back because people see the name attached to it. Shit like that, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, you know? I want my mid-budget, I want my movie variety. And I don't want my movie variety, truth be told, to come from the fact that I'm watching it on like Netflix or Hulu or anything. Because there are like Hulu or Netflix original movies that kind of, you know, invested. It's more like, here's your mid-budget back, kind of low-key, you feel me? Or here's your low budget, even. Because I'm gonna be real, I don't fucking think Netflix is giving them like that high of a budget, truth be told, you feel me? Let's blow them up. I don't know why I used the key. I literally could have blown it up from the side and still... Ooh, a Joker card. Holy based? We're just gonna bomb our way through this shit. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. This shit sucks. Nope. Joker. Ooh, Halo. What floor are we on? Utero 2? If we could somehow manage to get another Joker card, that would be great, so I can hopefully... You know, you guys might think I'm crazy. I low-key should have re-rolled that. Honestly, I'm being real. I low-key should have re-rolled that. I would have had the chance for a better item, but fucking oh well, you know, oh well. Oh well, Beckham Jr. Am I right, fellas? That was a bad joke. That wasn't even a fucking funny joke. And honestly, it wasn't even clever, you know? It was just straight up bad wordplay. But those kinds of movies, you know, I miss those kinds of movies. I miss having a movie come, because honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. The only real movies that I've seen in theaters lately are like from a franchise, you know, I went to go see fucking Marvel, or anything like super duper high budget, like fucking like Oppenheimer. That was easily one of the ones I can remember last seeing 100% was Health Down. Low key, maybe not even that bad. Didn't we have a surplus of black hearts or some shit? No, we don't. Okay, that was bad. What does Infested do? For each enemy in the room. Ooh, gold bombs. Hold up. Let's see what we got. Son of a bitch. Hey, I'll take it. Flight? I'll take it, bro. Actually, I was gonna say son of a bitch, but then I remembered that it's just straight flight, which is very good in certain scenarios. Son of a bitch. Anything in here? I'm trying to look for like a super tinted rock. In case you guys don't know, those exist. Don't see anything. Nothing pops out to me immediately, at least. We found the boss. I don't think it's worth fucking trying to search anymore. So let's just go. But yeah. You know, I miss those kinds of movies. And honestly, I haven't seen anything like them in recent time. Because what we've been watching, like as a friend group, me and my friends, we've either been just re-watching other movies. We started going down the Marvel like cinematic universe timeline again. And you know, it's kind of just like, why? Because there's nothing good out. You know? We can either watch the new Marvel movie in theaters, or watch fucking honestly nothing. So that's what we've been doing. That's what we have been doing. Me and my friend group. We have just been rewatching all the Marvel movies, like all the bad ones too, just because, I mean, fuck it, we ain't got shit else better to do. And the only time, honestly, the only time in recent memory that we haven't watched Marvel movies, we have used to, instead of watching Marvel movies, watch like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Watch like older movies, you know? Like, out of all like the movie nights that I remember sharing with my friends, because we do movie nights every once in a while. For Halloween, we did a whole bunch of horror movies. Nothing recent. Like, I'm pretty sure literally no recent horror movies. They were all older ones. We remember going back to watch the Scream franchise a little bit. We watched Screams 1 and 2. I've shown them The Other Guys. I love that movie. What else are we talking about besides The Other Guys? I wanted to watch Talladega Nights. I don't think we watched it together yet, but I do want to watch that movie. I fucking love that movie. It shit cracks me up every single time I watch it. We seen Step Brothers. You know, all of those like mid-budget comedy movies. Literally a few days ago, like it was Monday. It was Monday because it was a holiday. On Monday, I showed my friend This Is the End because he's never seen it before. You know, we're over here watching all like we're over here watching classic movies, but there's like nothing new to watch. There's nothing new where I'm like, bro, you gotta see this. This shit is so fucking funny. You know? Instead, it's like, oh my god, dude. Honestly, I know I think I've shit on Letterboxd individuals before, but it's a time like this where I low-key wish that I had a Letterboxd so I could just kind of keep track of each movie that I've seen in recent time. But I remember even back a little bit back then when I used to go to my aunts and uncle all the time. Whenever I went to my aunt's house, the last 2 movies that I watched when I went to my aunt's and uncle's house, or last 3, because I remember the last 3, is I remember watching Moonlight, which was the Academy Award-winning movie a while back. Really good movie, by the way. Oh my fucking god, that movie is so good. I'm not even playing. It's a genuinely really fucking good movie. And I remember seeing Precious because I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen it. Lucky Foot is really good. Hopefully this guy can pay out early. If so, I'll low-key be kind of goated with the sauce. But sure. Four. But I remember watching those movies, and then I also watched Birdman, or the Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Also, really good movie. Absolutely great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend watching it. Michael Keaton does such a good job. But it's really good movies, you know, really good movies, but they're all like older movies, you know? They're all like older. Some of those were low budget, some of them were mid budget, fucking, I don't know. Raging Bull. All the movies that I've seen in recent time and recent memory that I can think of have not been new. You know, they've been kind of like, and honestly, it feels weird to say, but I feel like all the good new movies I have been watching have been like, or at least somewhat mid-budget movies that I've been watching have been like horror movies, you know? And even then, then you can probably toe the line of like, Tony, that's not low budget. That's what's the word I'm thinking of? That's like, those are actually high budget movies or whatever. And you know what I got to say to that, bro? Fucking Fortnite, you know, whatever. Oh my god, it's fucking low haunt, bro. Explode. Incinerate. Incinerate in a ball of flames, please. Give me a second. My apologies. Just getting called by my mother. I think food is ready. But you know, let's wrap this recording up real quick. But you know, just all the movies that I remember seeing in the past little bit that's not a horror movie have all been either A, Marvel, kind of nothing really original in recent memory. 12 Years a Slave. Oh my god, 12 Years a Slave is such a good movie. I remember seeing that for the first time, and I was so invested. I was just like, damn, they really got my bro all fucked up and shit. It's like, this sucks. I'm not saying this sucks like this movie sucks, but I was like, I could not imagine, you know, I could not put myself in his shoes. Solomon Northup, one might say. But fucking really good movies, but they're all like older movies, man, you know? I feel like if it's anything new now, then it's what's the word I'm thinking of? It's just not, I don't want to be that guy, but it's just not original, you know? It's just franchises or new movies being started, but they're all like super low budget, you know? You're not giving the real cinema a chance, one might say. I did not mean to do that. Honestly, Guppy's paw is the move here, right? The 100%. Because if I end up losing Spirit Hearts, I can just change the red hearts into Spirit Hearts. I pretty much, if I lose 3 hearts, I get them back for the cost of 1. It's kind of goated. It's honestly kind of genius, dare I say. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Not to gas myself up or nothing. There we go. Alright, let's go fight the lamb, see what we get from this. Oh my god, wait. Okay, hold on. I might be able to fight Delirium too. If I fight Delirium, then I'm going to have to pause the recording because I got to go eat dinner. But, you know, if the Void Portal spawns, which I think they guaranteed in the Repentance Plus beta thing, they changed it so like certain things happen. I think they made it so Void Portal always spawns at the end of a run in case you want to keep it going. So we might be able to get a nice Delirium W out of this too. And if so, I'm happy. We haven't done it yet, so might as well go for it, you feel me? No victory lap? It's there. Alright, fellas. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be a little crazy with this one. I'm gonna be a little crazy with this one. We still have more rooms to explore. So we're gonna explore the remainder of these rooms when I come back. just for the sake that we maybe get something really good. You know, I'll be right back. Movies, keep that in mind, Tony. I'm back. Oh my god, I'm back. Holy, he's based? Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, you know, movies. That's what I remember saying last. Boy, I sure do love watching them, but I feel like all the ones that I have watched in recent memory, just, I don't know, man. Once again, I don't want this to slip into like some back in my day kind of rhetoric, but like that's low-key what it feels like I'm doing. And is it kind of crazy to say that low-key kind of feels like how I'm feeling, you know? Bro, hello? I was touching it. But you know, it's kind of like, it's weird to say, but honestly, a part of me kind of thinks it true of like, I don't know, man, with the death of the mid-budget movie came the death of like, not high art or anything, you know, we're not missing out on the most peak movie, but we could be missing out on some genuine good, you know, good people with good ideas. You feel me? Like if honestly, I don't know actually. I was gonna say if there was one mid-budget movie I might be able to point to in recent time, I was gonna say it was this movie. I saw recently this movie on Netflix called Hustle. It is Adam Sandler movie. Now, the reason why I say it might not be mid-budget is because it's an Adam Sandler movie, one, but it's also about the NBA, and there's kind of like a lot of athletes in the movie, you know, like a lot of like athletes of a high notoriety, specifically in the NBA kind of space, you know. So a part of me is thinking like, might not actually be as like kind of. Okay, that's one soul heart, so we get that back. And then Epiphoria, Epiphoria is a good item in general. I mean, watch, look at him. Look at him tear up the tier stat right now, bro. You telling me Epiphoria is bad? It's really fucking good, in my opinion. But you know, even like that's the only movie in recent time that I could think of might be a mid-budget movie, but even then I put some thought into it and I was like, there's no way it's mid-budget, bro. It's a Netflix movie with Adam Sandler and it's got a shit ton of fucking actors. Like not actors, but like, you know, it's got like Dr. J and fucking, oh, what's the name? Oh, you know, it'd be talking about like taking place in the NBA and shit like that, you know? Where's my Coach Carter, bro? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where's my modern day Coach Carter? You feel me? That's what I need. That's what I need / that's what I want. But like also low key, it is a need. You guys ever seen Coach Carter? That movie's so good. Like it's cinema, one might say. Haven't seen that movie in hella long, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit here and lie and say it's not cinema, because it is. Kino? Question mark? Monkey's paw. A spider, thanks, bro. Out of all the goatness that you could have dropped, a spider was honestly probably the best thing you could have given me, Dark Bum. Thank you so much. You are loved and cherished. I want you to know that. All right, let's go to the void. But before we go, let's check the secret room 1. Dude, this would have been so good if we had a way to spawn things in the secret room. That would have been peak. Key bomb sucks. I don't want you. Guppy's paw is really good. It's like so good you kind of can't give it up, you know? Because it can save us. It could save us if we say fuck it, we ball long enough. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Succubus has appeared in the basement. Oh my god, I got it, man. I feel so good about myself. Oh my god. Alright, the only downside is now we have to go through the horror that is. Actually, I was gonna say, now we have to go through the horror that is the void, which, if you never played Isaac, is pretty bad. It's everything is a champion, pretty much, and also you have to fight one of the harder bosses, in my opinion, the harder final bosses, which is Delirium. But I hope you can hear the music. The soundtrack is absolutely banger because we're playing on the Anti-Birth OST. But dude, the soundtrack for what's it called? The soundtrack for The Void is, in my opinion, my favorite in the entire game. It just slaps, dude. It just slaps. So goated. Okay. I took a real risk not assessing the room before I decided to walk into it. Because in case you guys don't know, there are ways to tell which one is Delirium. I think I've mentioned this before though. Telepathy for Dummies. If I somehow manage to get conjoined, Telepathy for Dummies is an essential pick. Like, I have to pick that up. There's a good chance that that might be Delirium, so let's just not. I'd rather not fight Delirium off rip, you feel me? I'd want to maybe kind of assess the situation a little bit more before I actually attempt this. Okay. All right. Have mercy on my soul. All right. Damn it, dude. I suck. You know what sucks about Champions 2? Champions do full hearts of damage. Because that's just kind of how, like, they're coded. They're just coded to be harder enemies. So they do a full heart of damage, which I think at this point, I think we should actually have come to expect, but still, you know, I forget if the Void actually does a full heart of damage by default. In case you guys don't know, enemies post womb start doing just full hearts of damage all the time. But I forget if the Void falls into that, like, kind of contract, you know? You picking up what I'm putting down here? Oh, so good. Please, Blackheart. Thank you, sir. We have to rely on our own generation of Blackhearts to kind of save us here. You feel me? Because now that, okay, now this one, I don't think this one can be Delirium. So we just walk in free. Free balling it, one might say. No, not Sharp Plug. You know, honestly, no. I would say maybe, but our active item doesn't even use battery. I also believe this one cannot be Delirium either, so we're gonna see. Compost? Huh? That item sucks. Like, actually really bad. I can't grab that, god damn it. Dun dun dun. If it goes down, it could be Delirium. If it goes up, it can't be, but there's no way to tell. Oh, I can't get hit by the spikes. Oh, thank God, dude. Holy Jesus Lord. A part of me thinks that might be Delirium. Let's not risk it. Maybe not, actually. Ow, you bitch. What the fuck? It can't be. It can't be Delirium. It cannot be Delirium. Because we've explored more, now we've 100% guaranteed that shit is not Delirium, which is goated. Anything here? No heart. Okay, thanks, guy. Thanks, man. Thank you. All right. But, you know, just movies. I keep getting off topic on movies, but also, like, I just like movies, man. I love watching movies. I love watching fucking Kino. Honestly, real funny story. I had to, I forget if I talked about this or not, but I had to, like, buy a fucking, since we got rid of cable, because it turns out, like, no one in our fucking family really watched cable besides my dad. But even then, my dad's Switch stopped using cable to, like, use, like, what's the shit I'm thinking of? Like, a range up. Solid. What's the word I'm thinking of? Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Like streaming services. You know, like streaming services in recent time have started to up their game a little bit. You know, they've kind of been focusing more on the more on sports and stuff like that. So you got things like, if you have a subscription to Paramount Plus, you can watch, I think it's like a whole bunch of soccer leagues, and my dad's a huge soccer fan, so he'd be watching that. Two, okay, I'm usually not one to comment on like the shit Dark Bum drops, so I kind of just like let him drop whatever he wants. He picked up all those hearts, and what I was rewarded with was not one, but 2 red spiders, bro. He hates me. This guy, unironically, I think, hates Mexicans. No, he don't hate Mexicans. He's not racist, bro. He's helped me out so much. How could I accuse him of such slander? But I got my eye on him, though. But that was just bad. I walked out early because I thought I was safe, and then my stupid ass was not safe. But, you know, fucking, my dad absolutely loves... Oh, this was a mistake. I should not have picked up Ouroboros worm. This shit fucking blows. But, you know, my dad really likes watching soccer. So what he did is that he bought, I think it's Paramount Plus, and then he also has like ESPN Plus and shit like that. So it's kind of like, you know, why do we even pay for cable if bro got all the streaming services? To like, now that streaming services have sports on them, that's where my dad's just been kind of watching this shit. So it's kind of like, why do we pay for cable? And also, it turns out like the plan that we had was kind of fucking expensive to pay for cable. So we saved ourselves by just canceling it and keeping our plan, the rest of our plan, perfectly fine. We ended up saving ourselves like $100-something bucks, which is awesome. Oh my god. Honestly, I was thinking it could have been Delirium. If I was unlucky, that this could have been Delirium. Fuck you. This game hates me. I think this game genuinely hates me. It's giving me nothing but just mid. And it sucks because, like, I'm not saying the Void is known for giving you God's greatest items, but like it could, you know, it could be giving me some bangers, but it's not. It's giving me freaking slop, one might say. Oh my god, I actually found the secret room? There's nothing in here. Nothing of note. Okay, let's go in. Let's go in. I have a feeling this is Delirium. It's not. But you know, I don't think it could have been. Because it can't be top right. Oh, he trapped himself in there. What a dumbass. Gemini, sure. But you know, my dad pays for that, so we decided to just fuck the cable. We'll just get... We had Rokus when we first moved in, because originally the thought process was no one watches, like no one upstairs was gonna be watching TV like that. If you wanted to watch TV, you'd kind of just like watch it in the living room or whatever. So the original thought process, the original plan was just get this cable box for the living room, and then watch, if you want to watch like cable, watch it in the living room. What am I saying? I'm like tripping over myself. I'm sounding like a dumbass. Just watch it in the living room. You know, if you wanted to watch something, just watch that shit in the living room. If you didn't want to watch something, then what we did was, you know, oh, you wanted to like stream something? We have TVs in the room. Here, just get a Roku. So we got like 3 Rokus, and we just set them up in each room. And then I never even used it in my room because I don't have a fucking TV in my room, so I never used it. So it went to the room where my office is, used to be a guest bedroom. So it went into there as like, okay, for anyone that wants to watch, there's a Roku in there and a TV. And then I never fucking watched it. And then one in my parents' room, so that's 2. That's 2 accounted for. The one in the guest bedroom and the one in my parents' room. That's 2, and then 1 for when my brother moved in here, originally for their room. Was the 3rd Roku. But like, no one watched it, you know? My parents used theirs, but me and my brother, we never used like ours pretty much. So it's kind of just like, what's the point of kind of having it? You feel me? What's the point of having it? So what we did was, we just like put them away, never really used them. Not for a while at least. And then finally, after, you know, post this happening, my dad still wanted to watch TV in the living room. So what we did is we tried to set up one of the old Rokus from upstairs down in the living room, and oh my god, it was just like, I don't know what if it was like Roku's fault or some shit, but it was a bitch to set up, because anytime I tried to plug it in, it was working, and then I would go to like ESPN Plus or any like sort of like Hulu, whatever, it'd be like, oh, there's an HDCP problem with your device, make sure you like the HDMI is connected properly. And it's like, dude, there's no HDMI. It's like one of those Roku sticks that it's the Roku itself is the HDMI. You just slot that bitch in. But instead it keeps telling me, oh, there's a problem with your HDCP. Make sure everything's fine. And I don't know what the issue was. I think it's an issue with the TV, because we slotted it into another TV, works fine. But with that specific living room TV, it's just like, fucking major alert, does not work. And I'm just kind of just sitting here kind of wondering, like, why? What's the deal? What's the dealio? Also, I'm yapping so hard, I'm not even like locked in on this delirium fight. I have taken, I think, the worst, most embarrassing damage I've ever taken in my life, in my Isaac career, playing this, but whatever. But, you know, I decided, you know what, F it. I was on the phone with my friend while I was trying to set up the Roku in the living room, and he was just like, just get an Amazon like Fire Cube. And I was like, well shit, that's the one you have, huh? It's like, yeah, and for him it's always worked fine. So what I did originally was I went to Best Buy, bought myself a fucking Fire Cube to set up in the living room, and then when I got home, my dad was like, no, try using the Roku with the other TV. It worked on the other TV, it just didn't work in like, you know, in the one in the living room. So it's just like, so the Roku works, it's just the TV that's fucked up. And my dad was telling me, return the Amazon Cube. And I made the mistake. My dad's kind of like, you know, he's real icky, not icky is the word, but like, if he finds out something costs like a decent chunk of change, like over, like pretty much over 100, he's like, no, what are you doing? But anyways, it was like 150 bucks for the fucking Fire Cube. But I mean, I had the money to buy it. So I bought it, and he was like, no, return it right now. No, return it. I'm just like, just use it as the main one. If it does, the Roku works on this TV, just use the Fire Cube in the living room, and it works perfectly fine. And it's so goated, honestly. I didn't, but you know, Amazon kind of sucks though as a company. But don't let Alexa hear me say that, because next thing you know, it's just gonna stop working. Anyways, I want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time you're viewing this. Oh, before I end, you'll love to see it. Win streak 1. You'll love to see it, fellas. I want to thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys had a good day and or good night. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.